Welcome back to the Wake Up Call on Extreme 104.3, 88.5 FM. My apologies there. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. By the way, if you want to, maybe you have to leave the vehicle right now and you want to continue listening, yeah, just go on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, whatever app you have on your phone right now, and continue listening so you don't have to miss out. All right? Now, as we mentioned earlier, quite a number of things came out of yesterday's press conference. We played the first part for you concerning the Bailey Bridges and that they have to go back to the drawing board to reassess and rectify and build it higher because it is too low. Thank God Minister was passing at the same time, because lo and behold, if he wasn't passing, who knows what would have happened. All right. So let us hear what Minister of Finance has to say about the duties at the port. All right.
Should come to Parliament on the... So the wider tariff structure should come to Parliament on the 10th of October 10th sitting of Parliament, that I'll be able to bring that legislation. I say I hope, because the legislation, I have reviewed it months ago, but the Ministry of Finance officials thought that it would be best to wrap that, the changes in duties related to automobiles, into a wider revision and reform of tariffs on other things. So it became broader than vehicles alone. So the wider tariff structure should come to Parliament on the 10th of October. And the automobile reduction is part of that. We've reformulated the way in which the price of vehicles will be adjudged at the port. Right now, it's basically just the age of the vehicle and the size of the engine. We're adding some other factors to evaluate that. But the effect of it, I don't want to, that's a whole nother press conference by itself. But the effect of it is that for new or newer cars, there'll be a significant reduction in duties. And for cars that are more efficient from a fuel standpoint, fuel efficiency, or hybrid and electrical, more efficient vehicles will also get a significant price reduction. So what we hope is that if you went to the bank and we did a lot of research, and basically we have a cap right now on cars that are 12 years old. And most people are bringing in cars just a little fresher than the cutoff period. So if it's a 12-year-old car, fellas bringing in cars that are 11 and a half years old, because that's what they can afford given the tariff structure that's currently in place. So what we're trying to do now is to say that if you are the same young person, but they say it's usually young people, the same person who has that $20,000 that they got from the bank to buy a vehicle. If you still get that $20,000, instead of getting a 12-year-old vehicle, maybe now you'll be able to get an 8-year-old vehicle for the same amount of money, because we are going to adjust the taxes.
All right. So there you have it. Hopefully October 10th. If not October 10th, it'll be official. If not October 10th, then the November sitting of Parliament. They will have to go to Parliament and make their adjustments and talk about it and debate. Hopefully they don't talk about Fitz's nipples in Parliament and they don't get rid of that before they go back. But anyways, think about it, right? And this is good news. This is good news, isn't it? Vincentians have been saying, Lord, look at the duties at the port for a vehicle. X times the actual cost of the vehicle in terms of the KIF. And that's why so many people would bring in a vehicle that is close to the cutoff.
Because it's cheaper.
Because it's cheaper.
Or quote unquote cheaper.
Yes. Newer vehicles might be more efficient, but you can't afford it because by the time it gets to customs, you're going to have to take out probably another loan to clear the vehicle itself.
I mean, you're buying the vehicle twice.
I know, right?
You're
I
buying the
know.
vehicle twice.
It's
Then still have the
ridiculous.
customs on it.
Oh, thank God they're going to revisit it. Thank God they're going to drop it.
It didn't call figures though. So
No, but still, even if it's 2%, 5%, how much ever they can afford to, let's look at the effects of it for a bit, right? So if it is more cost effective to the consumer to bring in a newer vehicle, right? It means that those vehicles, unless they remove the cap, they change the cap. So instead of vehicles that are like 12 years, you move it up to 8 years, right?
2014.
right? So if it stays there, it means that more people will be able to afford vehicles now because the older vehicles will be even cheaper. It doesn't necessarily mean that the market will shift towards getting newer vehicles. They might stick to the older age because it's cheaper. So if more people are going to be importing vehicles, that's more cars on the road.
Yeah. More taxes.
More taxes because you have to pay more. What's it called? Vehicle tax, right?
Road tax.
Road tax.
Insurance.
More insurance.
Accident.
Could be more accidents.
Well,
More traffic.
traffic obviously, yes.
More loans.
Uh-huh.
Right? Even though the loans might be smaller or just as much as being offered now. The loans might be smaller. So more loans.
Right. More parts. More parts imported.
More parts imported, which means the government will be collecting more customs duties
Right.
because more parts coming in because more vehicles here. So they're making back the money that they're losing from reducing the taxes for the vehicles. Okay, cool. What else is going to increase? More traffic. Did I say traffic?
Yeah.
Oh,
I wonder if it could lead to more break-ins, more theft.
I'm not sure about that part.
I mean, because you have a influx of new vehicles. Maybe I think they into it too much, but yeah. So I'm gonna say, boy, look at a car down the road. I want mirror now.
Oh my goodness me. Let's hope with the shift in the market, maybe the parts might be cheaper so people wouldn't need to do that anyways.
Maybe.
It just seems as though, okay, so as much as this is beneficial to Vincentians, if you're not careful, you might end up spending just as much money or even more money. And then they're going to end up in the same spot, right? So more gas will be selling as well, which means that we're going to have to import more gas if you are not actively purchasing more fuel-efficient vehicles.
I was wondering, right, if, well, the way how you said it, if they don't have any incentive of dropping gas prices, so you bring in a more fuel-efficient vehicle, but gas price can stay the same.
But the more fuel-efficient vehicles would mean like hybrid and, well, electric. Would mean that they would not be using as much
right, but
gas.
Remember we had like small engine vehicles and stuff coming in too.
But for some people, they may not spend as much money on gas, not so?
Yeah.
Or it might be easier to say, okay, the gas will go up, but your vehicle is more fuel efficient, so it kind of balances out.
Right, so what about those who have a bigger vehicle, bigger engine?
Too bad. What buy big engine car for?
To do government work?
Oh, well, that's the government problem, not ours. Not ours. But it's quite interesting. If it is that it's more people are going to purchase vehicles, no. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. End up spending more money in the long run.
I just grateful for the little ease up.
Little ease up for those who could manage.
Yeah, those who could manage.
Right? What if the government could end up making more money off of this reduction than they're making right now?
Yeah, because it sounds like a gift wrap and say,
Oh yeah. But
you got ease up, but
no.
in the long run, and up paying.
Oh.
They paying the price.
Ouch. If the number of years, if the cap stays the same, then I could see it benefiting the government. It all boils down to management. You know how excited some people are going to be hearing this?
You see,
I could buy a car now.
car boat going for when that will be. What is that?
Celeste.
When is this coming into effect?
It says that they're going to the October 10th sitting of Parliament. If it doesn't happen then it's going to be November. Oh,
Alright, so
how long does it take for vehicles
Right,
to
so,
come
so,
here?
let me use 4 months. So come January, everybody in the brand new ready.
Brand new. Catch me in my brand new. Oh my goodness me. It is. You can hit us up at 4301043 to let us know how you feel about the reduction, possible reduction in taxes, duties at the port for vehicles. It says other things too, right?
Yes.
Solar panels better be in there. It better be in there. If not,
What?
I can't think of anything else that would be immediately beneficial to us to reduce
Yes, the
tariffs at the port.
the
Food. Some foods you don't.
no the wage.
That's not. You don't import salaries.
No, you don't import salaries, but you get on a bigger salary. You may feel better about yourself.
Yes, man. So here's what is also going to happen, right? Soon and very soon, we can see an increase in the minimum wage for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Soon and very soon. Just now. They have to meet, they have to put the figures together and do this and that. And earlier, I mentioned, I was not on video for this one. Earlier, I said, Minister of Finance Gonsalves said they met with the business community. They also met with the labor movement. None of them brought that to the table. How long now have Vincentians been complaining about everything is going up except with salary? Civil servants, they got their increase. Right? But how come neither of those two entities thought it fit to say, all right, maybe we need to consider increasing the minimum wage? I could see why not, because you're trying to maximize your profits. Corporate tax is going down. Corporate tax is going down. Which means they're getting a bit of an ease up. Which means they could afford to pay a little higher salary now. So
They could, but would they?
the businesses maximize their profits, maximize revenue, reduce expenses. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. I think that is a great thing that they're reducing the duty on the vehicles in them because people could afford it better. But also, is there something in place to get rid of the old vehicles in them? Is there a market that we could sell these vehicles for scrap metal? Because it's still meant to have 100,000 vehicles on the road now. And it's cheaper for a man to afford a vehicle. We potentially going to bring another 100,000 vehicles in the road, and the road of them already struggling to maintain the vehicle them with it on the road currently. So there's something to get rid of the old jalapeno them.
I think people might. You never know. SVG buy and sell groups might have a host of the cars selling out now because people
What
want
I'm
to
saying
sell
now,
out.
I mean, I'm saying buy and sell, yes, but
Right.
when they buy and if Lano sell their vehicle, the vehicle still on the road in St. Vincent.
No.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if the road could accommodate
But
an influx of extra vehicles. You see what I'm saying? The traffic done.
But in the same breath, right? You might need back some of them old vehicles because let me say you're a mountain man.
Right.
You ain't carry your 2014 car up in mountain.
Well, that's a fair point because I know it was a problem, right, especially in Bokomen. Going from Bokomen, there was a whole heap of vehicle park in the road there. Because a man might have two vehicles, he could only drive one at a time, and three of his vehicle block up the road there. Accident hazard. So I'm just saying, and then it's going to be a limit to support me as a man, as a money man, and me could bring in 6 vehicles, but me only have parking space for 2. For the other 4
Why you gonna bring in excess for what you can accommodate?
Because me show self crystal, I know how people meet me, I know how.
Well,
me
then you
show
will
self-
show yourself to the police with a couple tickets.
Man, me show self with 6 vehicles, me could only drive 2, so we have to basically, I mean, it's a good look, but we have to look at it holistically. You know what I mean? And, but like you say, Crystal, I hope solar panel depend on list there. I hope surveillance camera depend on list because I sent some surveillance camera for a family member of mine.
And
And I was under the impression surveillance camera was free concessions. Where we go clear the box is 700, the city body can't charge we.
What was the
For-
cost
for
of
camera?
the surveillance camera?
So the camera was $1,200. A good camera could
$1,200 US?
A commerce camera,
So-
$1,200 for the camera, but
You see?
I thought I was under the impression surveillance cameras was exempt from concession.
Oh,
But
well,
it's
they
just
should have
because
Googled
my
it.
family member tell me don't raise nothing because I was gonna ask the manager and find out the law because it could be that body they charge you the $700 and pocket the money there.
Max, Asikuda
that-
is online.
Huh?
Customs duties calculator SVG. Google it. It comes up.
Man, when we
You
did
could
this,
or
we
you
only
could
had
you
time.
could you could find out how much you're gonna pay at the ports before you even
Oh,
buy it.
well-
Yes, I'll send you the link.
Hey, what Crystal?
You know everything, but you know that you don't know that.
No, I absolutely know that because hey, what now? The same family member is a business owner. Import something this week, it was $10 just for argument's sake. Import the same thing next week, it was $15.
Okay.
So you look good on paper, but depending on who the customs officer is, them are add on with them feel like.
Yeah,
Okay,
depending on
experience
his
that to
mood.
myself.
Yes,
Okay, well,
that's true.
well, let me stick to the vehicles. They can add on to the cars.
Okay then.
All right.
I just want to say, yeah, man.
Thank
Big
you.
up yourself.
Yes, man, you too.
We said they can't.
They can't add to
You-
it. If the KIF is there, you could go on ASICode and think it yourself and be like, why is this so expensive? Come on, you can't ask
Clearly.
them questions.
Clearly, you don't know what customs.
Or you can't tell when I say go.
Listen, I have heard stories.
Customs is luxury right now.
I've heard stories. A virgin told me he brought in his car a couple years ago. So let me say the car was 25. So the man when he go with the 25 to pay the 25. You see when guy check the car and he say, oh, this is a luxury car. I don't know, $5,000 find that.
No, but you are supposed to provide a document with the cost of the vehicle, the value of the vehicle,
Listen,
shipping and
the man basically said when he went, the man said, look like a nice car, look like you have money, Japan.
man, go higher.
Japan $5,000.
Go higher. Let me get some responses in, right? It says more money going out of the country. Oh boy, I feel attacked with this one here. This cannot be the way things happen in the country. We can't complain for years about the high prices to import vehicles like you do all the time. And then when the prices are about to go down drastically, we start worrying and complaining about all the possible effects. I'm going to ignore the second one there. Here's another one, Lana Crystal. I live under this system way too long to be fooled by mere common alphabet. What's that saying? A, B, C, D? What's common? Anyways, never mind. There will be no ease up. It's more pressure. We're living way too long under this system to expect any reduction. Are we blind? Newer vehicles, obviously more expensive. So where are we? One of them and half a dozen. Where are we? 6 or one and half a dozen. No, but you see, right? It's up to you. Now, this is where you come in and you have to personally manage your expenses and your purchases, right? If it is that you cannot afford the newer vehicle, yeah, the duties will be cheaper. It is a little bit more expensive. Maybe it is not targeting you, because he did say persons from the upper tier who can afford more expensive vehicles. He says, hopefully they will be the ones to purchase the nicer vehicles, the newer vehicles, the more energy efficient.
A 2014 vehicle is a newer vehicle to us.
No, but okay, let's say 5 years.
It's still new.
You don't understand what I'm saying?
I understand
Me
what
say,
you're saying
right?
now.
Me say, hold on. The persons who are better off financially,
Right, yes.
they would go towards buying newer vehicles. Right? Hopefully, that would offset the losses that they're getting. In addition to that, you don't have to go and purchase a newer vehicle per se. You could still say, like, maybe the same 10 years. Hello, good morning. Lost that one, sorry. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was listening out for the good news.
Mhm.
You were saying you have good news, so I was listening out for it.
But the cars coming in gonna be cheaper. That's not good news.
No, that's the rich people, the poor people. Think about the poor one. Now, that ain't for me.
That-
So I think it was a
So,
good news
so
for
what
the poor
about the
people.
increase to minimum wage? That's
Yes,
supposed to
increase.
come.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, I mentioned that, but
Eh,
on top of that,
that is what will get me. Yes, the minimum wage. Yes.
So next segment we're going on to that, and we're going to forget about the cars.
The vehicle not to be big.
Not for you.
No.
Okay, darling. Thank you so much. So going on to the other good news. So this good news is is for some people, and not for others. Those who
Trust
can't
me,
afford.
it is some sort of good news for people.
All right. Oh, okay. My bad. Somebody said solar systems are. So why it
Duty-free.
can't come up? Why I'm not seeing it on Asikuda then? Anyways, all right. So we're gonna stick up in there. Oh Lord, look at the time. Look at the time. We gotta go.
You know what?
We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go.